Hello and welcome to another live game review, this time Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Well, since you are here, why don't you subscribe to the channel? I promise I do not bite. I know this is not my traditional game to analyze, that I analyze it, but I prefer indie games, and if you like that, please give it a go. It helps a lot. Thank you. And now let's go back to the game. I have to say that I was very scared about the decisions of Ninja Theory about this sequel to Hellblade, but fortunately the Microsoft millions, the Xbox millions, did not make the company make this game more streamlined, more mainstream. There are many improvements. The graphical quality is top-notch, the game is the most beautiful I've ever seen, and my PC is not as powerful as Xbox Series X. It's close enough, but not the same. You will see here, perhaps if you notice, that the water rendering is not very good, but on xCloud, that I played most of the game on xCloud on a small screen, and the water texture was perfect, like the motion capture that is flawless. Senua's has one of the most beautiful expressions I've ever seen. This game is really, the quality of the game is brilliant on that regard, and even the sound, the voices on Senua's head, they are intrinsic to the game experience, and if you play this game without sound, you will lose perhaps half of the fun. Use headphones because they are important to the gameplay. The storyline doesn't seem the best in the recent games that you may experience, but it seems like handwritten to show the next topic I will talk about, and on that regard I have to say it's magnificent, because this game is written to show the mental health problems and how Senua's deal with them. And on the first game, that aspect was more of a gimmick, but it was very accurate, very accurate. I work on the psychiatric wing in my hospital, and it was a very precise showing of psychosis. Well, at least as good as you can expect in a video game. And it seems that the players saw it, liked it, but they wanted now another game. They are tired of that, they want God of War, but this game is not it. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 shows very accurately the development, the evolution of the disease, and how Senua's deal with it. On the first game, Senua's had to understand the disease and how to deal with it, and now she has to learn how to deal with the disease that she now kinda controls more or less, and how to interact with other people, and how other people will interact with her knowing that she has a disease. And on that regard is magnificent, very accurate. This is how the disease progresses, and you have to remember that in this game there are no medication, and no therapy, of course. Senua has to do it alone, with punctual help, sporadic help from the others who understand what she's going through. And I have to say, this is how psychoses develop, and they evolve as long as people keep getting better. The game is excellent on that regard. It's magnificent, it's brilliant, I have to say. And there's not much I want to say about that. You just have to notice, to live, that this experience is very accurate for a video game. It's very hard to do this in a video game. This takes a lot of work, and that's probably the reason the game is kinda short. Brilliant graphics and sound and motion capture, sure, and the disease is so accurately represented that I imagine that this game took a lot of time to make. Let's talk about a little bit more about the gameplay. The fighting is serviceable, a notch under the first game. We only face one opponent at a time at the short fighting sequences, and it's kinda a ballet, if I can say that. On the first game, the fighting was more interesting, if I can say so. But in this game, the battles are more beautiful and more well represented. I do not know if I can say that, but if you like the sequence and the beautifulness of a sequence, you will like this fighting style more. If you want a more challenging experience, a more complex experience, the first game was better. And in the first game, the puzzles were also better. Each time we have to solve a puzzle, we have to search for the correct angle to solve it, and that was always accompanied by a magnificent landscape. But I understand that now the landscapes are always beautiful, and there was not the same need to show how beautiful the game was, since the game is always beautiful. But the puzzles now doesn't seem as challenging as they were before. So, well, some of the times even I have to say that the puzzles doesn't even seem that they fit where they were. They seem like, I do not know, they do not seem balanced. And they are very simple. And if we are not able to solve them on the first try, or if we do not go running to solve them, the voices on our head are always trying to help. And they are annoying on that regard. They do not let us think on the solution. They are always giving the solution to us. About the game as a whole, I think that the game should decide, Ninja Theory should decide what Senua's Saga wants to be. I would rather prefer Senua's Saga to finally decide that it was a walking simulator, because at this point it isn't. It has fighting sequences and some not annoying, but simple puzzles. But those doesn't seem to fit the gameplay itself on most occasions. So if the game was a walking simulator, a pure walking simulator, I think I would like it even more. But as it is a good and short experience if you like this kind of games. As a message, as a showing of technology, the game is spot on, and I have to congratulate Ninja Theory because the game is brilliant, is one of a kind, and I would really love if people would play it for what it is and not for what they wanted it to be. This game is not just more of the same, it's a different game. There's not many games, if any, alike. So if you want to experience something like this is the game to go for. There's nothing alike, go for it. The game is short and it is on Game Pass. You do not have to buy it. It's not at full price, but even at the price that they ask for it, I think I would not buy it. It is if I would have to grade it, I would grade it with a 7 perhaps. But as an experience, as a showing of what the mental illness is, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, it's a brilliant concept. I love it on that regard. And I do not think I have more to say to you, so See you next time, guys. Bye!